Morning students. In previous classes we have discussed the organizational behavior, concept of organizational behavior and the meaning of organizational behavior. Hope you all are understood the topic, and today we can move on to the definition of organizational behavior. We have so many definitions of this subject, and one of the famous important definition is given by Mr. Callahan. According to Callahan, an organizational behavior is the subset of management activities concerned with understanding, predicting the individual behavior in an organizational setting. While taking this definition, we can get the three terms, that is understanding, predicting and influencing the individual behavior. We all know that no two person can behave in the same manner in a work situation. Each one is coming from different cultural backgrounds and different family backgrounds and different qualification and qualities. So each and every person has his unique qualities and qualifications, his unique personality, beliefs, attitudes, etc. So the management, the big task of the management is to understand and predict and influence the behavior of a people coming in the organization. So it's a very risky and a complex task to understand the behavior of a person who are working in an organization. People may be of different types, individuals, groups, etc. This group may be formal or informal, large or small. It's according to the nature of the task given by the organization to them. So handling these different kind of people is very risky task on the part of the management. So while studying this organization behavior, management need to understand, predict and influence the behavior of the people. For what purpose we are understanding the behavior? We need to give them assignments, projects and all in the future situation. So we need to understand how they behave, how they accept, whether there is any resistance from that part of the employees for that kind of assignments and projects, or some changes are going to introduce, whether there is a resistance for that changes. So these are all things we need to identify. So for that purpose we need to understand and predict the behavior of an individual who are working in the organization. Then next term in the definition is influence. How a manager can influence the person who are, sometimes they may be of subordinates, workers, other workers, etc. So how a manager or the superior can influence his subordinates? Sometimes he may be of a good leader, a good communicator and a good companion. So these are the things or these are the ways a person can or a manager can influence his subordinates. So these are the things with the definition of organization behavior. That is, we get the three terms in that definition, that is understanding, second one predicting, the third one is influencing. So these are the things we got from the definition given by Callahan. This is the main important definition of OB. So hope you all are understood this definition. While studying OB, we can get some answer for some questions. Now, what are the questions? The major questions from the management, from the part of the management are, why people behave in a particular way? First question is, why people behave in a particular way. As we already studied that no two people can behave in the same manner in a work situation. People behave differently according to his personality, values, beliefs and attitude. So one of the major question in the mind of the management is to why people behave in a particular way. Then the second question is why one person is more effective than the other. Why one person is more effective than the other. Why one person is more effective than the other. For this question, we have some answer, that is why one person is effective more than the other. Sometimes he may be of good qualified than the other person, may be of good educational or other cultural background, good personality and other activities. So while go through this question, management need to answer this question, then only they can make good decision for overcoming the current problems or other situations. Then the third question is why one group is effective than the other. We already said that group may be of formal and informal, large or small. It is according to the responsibility given by the organization to those group. So this is one of the major question, that is why one group behave effective than the other. Sometimes one group is performing better than the other groups in an organization, and while going through this theories and other aspects of this organizational behavior subject, the management can easily find out the answer for this question. Then the last question, and it is the very important question, that is why one person is more effective in one organization as compared to the other organization. This is one of the most serious question, that is sometimes we can see employee turnover is high in some organization as compared to other organization. The management has to understand or make a research why our employees turning over frequently, why we can't retain our employees. So these are the major important questions in the mind of a management in an organization. So the management need to find out the answer for these questions. So these are the things with the definition and the related parts. Now we can move on to the other important topics. Other important topic, that is determinant of organizational behavior. We have 4 major determinants of this OB, that is people, structure, technology and environment. People coming into the organization or join the organization for his own objectives or completing or achieving his own objectives. The things or the motivation given by the organization, through the motivation given by the organization, they combining their objective to the organizational objective, then only the organization can achieve its ultimate objectives or goals set by the management. So we need to treat our people or workers in the organization in a better or an effective manner. For that purpose, we need to understand some behavioral elements of people in an organization. So the first one is people element in an organization. An organization is made up of people, maybe individual, group and all. All individual is not in a same background or same thinking, attitude and loyalty, morality towards the organization. It will be different. Organization need to treat the people, or we can say group or individual, in an effective manner, giving them satisfaction through financial as well as non-financial incentives, the welfare measures, etc. We have so many measures. Some may be motivated through financial incentives, some may be motivated through other welfare measures offered by the organization, and there is lot of motivational factors in an organization. So we need to treat the people in a good manner. People are the most important element in an organization. They contributing their efforts towards the organization and for the purpose of achieving their as well as the organizational objectives. So these are the things with people element in an organization. Next we have structure. Structure defines the roles and relationships in an organization. We all know people working in an organization have different roles and relationships, and they are interrelated each other. Some may be of managers, some may be of clerks, some may be supervisors, peons and other workers. So structure of the organization should be clear and perfect according to the external demand of the organization, external demand, and the members according to the members' suitability. The structure may not be a complex one. People can communicate their problems and other suggestions and other things to the immediate superior. It will be a flexible one. The structure will be a flexible one. So even though there is a lot of differences in the roles and responsibility between the people, they are interrelated each other, and the thing is, it is a coordinated effort that the organization can make the objective or achieve the objectives. So these are the things with the structure element in the determinants of OB. Next important one is technology. Technology is the third important determinant of organizational behavior. What is a technology? A technology is a physical and economic condition within which people work in the organization. It is a condition given by the organization for the suitability of the workers. The technology gives assistance to people through machines, equipments, tools and other resources. It will make their work easily. This is the things with technology, and the nature of technology depends upon the activities and production method and the scale of operation in the organization. It is a very important element in an organization that technology is giving assistance to the people and make their work easily. Then the last one is environment. Environment is an unavoidable element in an organization. That is, we all know organizations are influenced by external environment. What are the things in external environment, or what are the factors in external environment? The external environment are political environment, legal environment, economic environment, socio-cultural environment and the geographical condition as a whole. So these are the external environment of an organization. These external environmental factors influence the people who are working inside the organization. Their attitudes, behavior, beliefs and all things are influenced by these external environmental elements. So the management need to consider these external environmental factors in a serious manner. The organization obtaining input from this external environment and giving this output, offer their output to this environment itself. So while connecting this four elements, we can draw a diagram, that is the diagram is like this. Here we can write people, Then here we can write structure. Here a technology. Then one more remaining, that is the environment. Environment part. Environment. So organization is obtaining input from the environment and offers output to this environment itself. That is why this marking is like this. So determinant of OB, we can see 4 determinants, major determinants: people, structure, technology and environment. So these are the things with OB topics, that is definition of OB, then the major determinants of OB. Hope you all are understood the topic.